I'm looking for execs running massive projects. Snowy Hydro, I want a piece of that. First movie I ever went to as a kid, I can remember it very, very vividly in Ipswich. A man from Snowy River. Always wanted to go there, always wanted to see it. It's an iconic project for Australia and I want to be part of it. I'm going to make a massive difference on it. One word, if you take nothing else away from the rest of the week, this is the one word that causes, what do we say, 70% of change management fails. It's because of this one word. Such a simple thing, pun intended, but so many people miss it. Anyway, I'm going to hand you over to Dr. Eli Galrat. He was the crux on this video, was a catalyst for me figuring this piece out. Complexity doesn't get managed, it gets amplified. If you already know you're not going to unwind this by yourself during watching this session, DM me before tomorrow's session. Anyway, listen to this.
Otherwise, once again, you'll get huge distortions. Only when you've got the answers to what is the problem and what is the solution, now the time has come to talk about how to cause the solution to be implemented. And throughout everything, you have to hammer into people something amazing. It must be simple. It must be simple. Why do I stress it so much? Somehow, we have come to believe that the more complicated the problem, the more complicated should be the solution. This is totally idiotic. The more complicated the problem, the simpler must be the solution, otherwise it will never ever work. This concept of how to insist on extremely simple solutions is something that people are not used to it. Once again, we have to prove it over and over and over and over and over again on each function of the organization. Otherwise, when we come to put the strategy and the tactic, we will get something so damn complicated that there is no chance of implementing it. Is it understood? Yes or no?
Ever been on a project, Snowy Hydro scale, where it's so complex, you think, how can we get anything done? It's because we don't simplify. The more complex the problem, which we show our complexity scales exponentially with team size. These are the lines of communication that open up as we bring more people onto it. Earlier in the week we did some AI crunched some numbers for us to show us how many lines of communication there are when you've got 4,500 people on a project. Up over 10 million. We have to simplify. Everyone wants to be the Avengers. That's what Christian Burgosa says. I'm going to do a podcast with Jason Schroeder tomorrow on schedules. There's only one reason that the Gantt actually has lasted, the Gantt chart, as long as it has, because it's complex. So people make themselves feel smart speaking to something complex. They don't like simple. They don't like a simple tact plan. That works. The reason the Gantt doesn't, and the only reason is one word, the only reason that the Gantt's been around as long as it has, is the word ego. We're going to go into that tomorrow. Anyway, I've got off track. So for this to work, it must be simple. Don't miss this. This is the difference between being on the 30% that actually create change, that works, and a 77 and the 70% that fails. We looked yesterday. The Lean Made Simple process. It starts with the leaders. We need a morning meeting, which is our operations and intelligence. We create a lean leaders group, create an example area, teach people to see waste, introduce yoga 10. We simplify that even down to a 4-step process. Brief. Learn to see waste and flow. That's all we're teaching people to do at pre-start. Got an issue, they stop and they fix it. They use the ORCA process. We'll go through later. It's what's known as a debrief, fighter pilot terms. Take the lessons learned, photos and videos, we share them in the platform called School, which creates Yoga Team. That information gets disseminated laterally across the project. See one, do one, teach one. 3 steps. This little flywheel starts to spin up. We get better and better and better. We have to work out we know what the problem is. We worked it out yesterday. It's complexity, the constraint, the thing that's really killing us. We look at the gap between this is reality, where we're actually currently performing. We look at this line up here and go, we ought to be doing a lot better. Look at this gap and we say this is a problem. We say it's productivity, got the wrong people, culture. List goes on and on and on. As Keith Cunningham says, they're symptoms. Symptoms of the real problem. The real problem sits right back in here. It's our communications. Lack of clarity. Saw a great post by Ayat Go yesterday. More clarity that you create, the faster that you will move. We also don't want to become the bottleneck. If we try and do this, notice this says it starts with a leaders, not a leader. Do need a how, a who knows how to make this work. Who has to be very, very careful of not becoming a constraint and becoming the bottleneck in all of this. That's why we need a lean leaders group. We need to, with our 2-pack formula that we learnt yesterday, switch on everyone at the work front. They all need to be responsible for their piece in this. We have to engage them and get them into that first, because otherwise we're just wasting their talent. Play this one more quick clip. Then what we're going to do is, I did a 30-day plan for how you'd roll this out yesterday. I'm going to show you how we're going to use AI to do a 90-day plan for it now. As I say, when you need the right who to make this happen, they have to have 3 core skills. Planning and prioritising their day and their team's day, which I'm going to show you how I've done that. We did it yesterday with the 30-day look ahead. We're going to do it today with a 90-day look ahead. Doing social media with extreme confidence. This is rare. It's exactly what we're doing right now. This is how we get this to spread laterally across the project. Everyone on the same page, heading in the same direction. And they need to establish values and culture and maintain it. By doing these 2 things, we're driving that. By following this flywheel. Right. The 8th waste.
So the 8th waste, the final one, is a weird one. Skills.
It's a weird one, but it's the biggest one.
Okay.
And there's a reason we've kept the best to last. This is the biggest waste in every organisation. Again, we've said it a few times, people think waste is physical. It's the physical stuff that you can see. The biggest waste in any organisation is the waste of untapped employee genius. There's untapped potential in every single person in your organisation. So why are we not asking them what they think? One of the biggest wastes is not using the creative ideas of your people. So we have 65 people using their brains every day, their creative thinking, their brainstorming, they're coming up with ideas, they're coming up with improvements, because the genius lies in each and every person within your organisation. They have the answers. They're the people doing the work, but why do we not ask them? And this is the biggest waste of all. It's bigger than the other 7 put together. The waste of untapped potential, or the waste of employee genius.
Imagine a project, you got 4,500 people turning up every day going, how can we make this better? How can we improve this process? How do we reduce this non-value added activity that we're currently doing that's making no progress on the project, and increase this at 10% value added activity? That's where this thing starts to take off. When we engage them and we've got them following this simple, extremely powerful flow. You might have heard it called continuous improvement. Continuous improvement gets a bad rap. You know why? Because people like to complicate things. A lot of people that come into the lean world, what do you call it, lean, scrum, whatever it is, they want to argue over semantics. You have to do this exactly right. You've got to fucking tie your shoes with your left hand and not your right, and you've got to hold the piece of string this way. Nah. What we need to do is get everyone switched on, toning up every day to improve the process, to make it a little bit better today than it was yesterday. As that spins up, it compounds. All right, so I said to you yesterday, we created a 90-day plan. We created a 30-day plan. I need to get this on me. I don't know how this is going to work because I'm going to use AI on the phone while we do this. We talked about yesterday, work about work and the amount of time that you can spend looking for something. This is why I use a Trello board. So I've got everything that we're doing here on one card on Trello, as you can see right now. So I gave myself a little checklist. Got to play that Eli Goldratt Must Be Simple video, 8th Waste video. Now we're up to create a prompt for the 30-day look ahead. If I click on that right there, that will take me through to the document, which is going to be let's open that new tab. Oh, we can split view. Pin split view. Let's do that. Righto, cool. That is very good. I like it. So that's where our 90-day plan's going to go in. We can go back to that's our 30-day plan that we had yesterday. You can get a copy of that if you want. Actually, what we're going to do first is we're going to drop out a prompt for that 30-day plan. So let's go back. There's going to be a little bit of switching going on here today. So this is going to be a little bit awkward, but I want you to see all of this. It's going to be a little bit slow and painful, but you need to see it all. Complexity doesn't get managed, it gets amplified. If you're ready, you know you want to unwind it. You're not going to unwind it by yourself. You need a who to help you get this done. Reach out. All right. What are we on? We're on the wrong GPT. Don't use the wrong one, Boney. We need to go back to Mox. Hey, Mox. We're live again. Yesterday we pumped out that 30-day plan for the Snowy Hydro project. That 30-day rollout. All right, what we're doing today, live with you right now, is we're going to do a 90-day. Actually, first thing I need you to do is I want people to be able to take this and use it and create their own 30-day rollout plan. Can you please drop me out a prompt that they could take and feed it into another GPT so they could create their own 30-day rollout plan, please? Planning and prioritising your day. $1,000 per hour task. That's what Perry Marshall calls it in that book. And that book's based on working with small businesses. I've got 4,500 people on a project and we're having this sort of an impact. That figure goes up because it's a, what do you call it? 80-20 task. It's a task that drives our results. It's not doing this. This is the bucket that we're sitting in at the moment. This is a value added activity. This is going to drive even more progress on our project. Perfect. This is exactly right. Move for live. You're not giving them theory. You're giving them a weapon they can use immediately. Yes, we certainly are. Here's a clean prompt they can copy paste into GPT of their own for the 30-day rollout. So he's actually written a prompt there by me talking to him. I feed him context. He gets it. He takes it. So instead of me jumping around 100 times, I'm going to paste that prompt in. I'm not going to do it right now. That prompt will get pasted into the 30-day. Okay, that's awesome. What I want to do next is now we need we call these a look ahead in construction terms, okay? So I've got a 30-day look ahead. What we need to do, now we need a 90-day look ahead. So I need you to drop out a 90-day look ahead for me now and a prompt for that as well, so that they can prompt at the bottom of it so that they can take that prompt and modify this for their own site as well, please. My family all think I'm mad because I stand here and talk to me. We just talked about it before. I said, You talk to yourself all day now. Sometimes it's live, sometimes I'm just talking to my wingman. All my stuff that I do with my AI, I treat him as a wingman, and it's all voice prompt. I don't sit there and type. If I had to sit there and type all that, my productivity goes down, my waste, non-value added activity goes up, the output that I get out of the GPT goes up, so I'm just making 9% waste quicker. By using my voice, I'm amplifying by 10% added value, added activity. Love this direction. This is exactly how operators think. Look ahead, logic instead of fluffy planning. Below is a clean 90-day look ahead, structured, followed by a copy-paste prompt that your audience can use when they generate their own version. No theory, no consultant language, pure execution framework. 90-day look ahead. Days 1 to 30, day 61 to 90. Done. Then we would drop that into, let's go back to here, get rid of, hang on, I have to switch, oh no, cameraman. Get to the point we need a cameraman. When you get rid of that, we get rid of that as well. We'll get rid of that one. Well, that's on the split screen. How do I do that? I want. Next thing we'll do is put that into, is that split screen there? So click that off. I'll try it again. Not going to give me a split screen option. Anyway, don't know how we did that the first time, but we did. All right. That there, we then put that into a tack plan. Who is working on which obstacle and when will you start? Because there's going to be a number of obstacles. We're going to do an ambitious target session with these people before we roll this plan out. And we go, in 90 days, 30 days we want to hit this, and in 90 days we want to hit that. They're going to go, that's impossible. Can't be done. But the target that I always hit at is how can we double our EV for 3 days in a row? Whatever we call an EV, however we're tracking it, PF, whatever it is. How can we double our EV 3 shifts in a row inside 90 days? Everyone goes, impossible. Can't do it. Need more resources, this, that, the other. No, it's not the answer. More resources is never the answer. We need to do this. Increase our value added activity and drop our non-value added activity. If we drop that by 10%, we've doubled our EV because we're doing double the value added activity. We put that into this tack plan. We track it, we measure it, we roll it out. We do little packs. 10 days, we're going to do an ORCA every day. Whatever it is that it says that we're going to do in that 3-day plan. Half an hour a day, or 10 minutes a day we're going to set aside and execute against our 30-day plan via the ORCA process. Simple. It must be simple. What this is doing, this Trello board is keeping this all in the one place. There's a few things that are going on here. There's a lot of things that are going on here. Instead of me going, oh, where did I put the video about, we've got a playlist here. We've got, I'm looking for execs running massive projects. Shut up, Daniel. Got all the how that you need to do, how up the wazoo, just here, how you go about doing this. How do I share? How, how, share this playlist. Sharing a post, that's not what I want. Oh. Copy this playlist, should have been, shuffle, loop, play the slate of the library. Right. I want to be able to get to this stuff quickly and easily. All of this stuff. I don't want to be looking around, messing around for it. Under theory constraints, I'm creating global optimization, get everyone heading in the same direction, avoiding bad multitasking with all the crisscross communications going on, and we're syncing tasks, resources, and people for this particular. This is just like building a project. We're doing a project with inside a project, what we're doing here. I've given it some story points, which is a Scrum thing, which tells me how big of a task this is. 55 is the biggest in what we've got here at the moment. So this is a big task, this for 90 days. I've got the original video that I did, how I'd reset your project team before Christmas. So I should rename that to how I'd reset your project team. I've got in one move, how I'd do it inside 90 days. I'm actually going to run some training on that I'll tell you about tomorrow. All of that's there together. We've got our docs, we've got our Snowy Hydro Series 90-day plan, which we're going to post in a minute. Got our ambitious target attack plan and our 30-day plan. It's all there together. We've created a prompt for the 30-day look ahead. I had the Snowy Hydro, so I'm going to paste that right there, which is not the playlist. How do I get arguing over semantics here. So what I'm going to do is, there's the playlist. Right, now we can probably share. Let me move this out of the road. Share, here we go. All right, this is what we want. Delete that. That's the playlist right there. Go and watch all of the last 80 videos that I've just done. It's all there together. I don't need to go looking for this. When we go bring the team in, we go, all right, we're going to spend our 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, executing against this plan. It's all sitting here in one spot. You can get access to this board if you want as well. Just hit me with Mox Live Build Trello board. So I've added our Snow River series to it, and what we want to do next is create 9-day look ahead and prompt. I'm not going to tick that off just yet because I haven't pasted it in, and we're not going to do it live on here because something will go wrong for sure. All right, it all sits inside there, tracked, measured. We can see our progress. We're creating this. We're learning to see waste. Where's the waste? We're wasting on the project, and flow. We're teaching people the ORCA process, going through this when we're working with our leaders. Debrief, lessons learned, photos and videos are going to go into a little platform called School, which we'll look at tomorrow, which creates Yokoten. Gets shared with the whole organisation. We track, measure, execute that plan, that 30-day plan, the 90-day plan in this Trello board. We don't have to go looking for it. We're not spending time on work about work. We jump straight to that board, jump straight into Trello, and you could see even, I've made it incredibly easy to be able to find anything to do with Snow Hydro, because I put that little snow flake there. So that flags up straight up. I can see it. Eliminating waste, increasing flow. That's how you transform a project from slowest and the lowest probability of actually being able to finish on time to the highest probability and finishing it the quickest. Trust the process. As long as it's a great process. A really great process. All right, if you want access to that board, as I said, message me the words Mox Trello board, Trello, or 90-day plan, 30-day, Snowy Hydro 30-day plan. I'll get you access to that board, because what we're going to do right now, of course, being that this is day 81 of 90, is we're going to do our ORCA debrief, which is the crux of making all of this work. All right, so we need to swap to our ORCA wingman. Daily execution. All right. Complexity doesn't get managed, it gets amplified. So you know you're not going to wind this by yourself, reach out. Okay, this is a new shift. It is Wednesday, the 11th of February, 2026. It is day 81 of 90. So we are, since we've done this ORCA, 90% complete. This is the hard bit, getting this done every day. Turning up every day. Since we've done this ORCA. That could be interpreted a number of different ways. Let's see what he comes up with. We'll ignore the date duplication. Streak logic continues. This is a home ORCA. Oh my God. Every time that I don't spell it out, it spells it the wrong way. But he'll, I think, He's got locked in enough. Home ORCA, daily live check-in. Did the daily live happen? Yes, the daily live is currently in progress. No, there was no risk, no moment today where I didn't think I would go live. I've actually brought the time that I do live forward in the morning just to increase the chances of me doing it and making sure I hit the 90 days in a row. I've dropped the water bottle, that would have been disastrous. You'll notice how these videos have transformed the lives if you've been following along. This is now, I'm just showing you what to do. How I go about it. There's no fluff, no nonsense. But this is actual, when I go to Snowy Hydro, this is the process I will follow. I will do exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm prepped and ready to go. I've got a trailer board there. I've got a 30-day plan to execute against. I've got a 9-day plan to execute against. I'll turn up there from day one. I'll have one of these under my arm. I'll pin this on the wall and we'll start running ORCAs. Day one. I'll have a school set up. I've already got one set up. I'll just send people to mine to start with, which is good enough. And I'll be looking for the leaders. All the leaders on the project that actually changes things. There's one lad I've got in mind already. He's gone from I watched one of the videos the other day. He started there as a boilie and he's now superintendent inside 3 years. He's the sort of person that I need on this. Find the leaders. That'll be the first thing that I do, and I'll kick this straight up. This morning meeting, the O&I. Pre-step recorded, task validation. Task 1 was yes, task 2 was no. I haven't done it. All I'll say in my defense is I don't have a contact that I've built a relationship to at this point that I could reach out and say, hey, how about I'll come and show you how to do this. And yes, I've run the daily live, which is part of building up those people. But what I did do instead is I went and commented on some posts around the Snowy Hydro and started looking for the people that when I build some goodwill with first, I'll start reaching out to. But I only did 2 from 3. You can't look at it any other way. You'll probably say I didn't want all that context. I just want to know 2 from 3. Like that. Complexity doesn't get managed, it gets amplified. That is so true. So spot on. Commenting is adjacent behaviour. It does not satisfy the outreach task. No interpretation. Told you didn't want to do it. He wouldn't like it. Objective today. Because the ORCA process is, what was the objective? What were the results? Did we do it or did we not do it? Did we do what we said we were going to do yesterday? Did we not? No, we didn't. We'll look at that in the causes in a minute. Day 1 objective. What was today's one objective was to get the live up, setting it up for tomorrow, which is the invite. Start priming people that they're not going to do this. They could do this themselves, but they won't. So it was the setup for that. He'll refine that down a little bit as well. If you want any of those previous videos, they started at 78, I think it was. We started on the Snowy Hydro series. And you're asking how long are we going to go on the Snowy Hydro series for? Until I get on the project. That's the answer. So we'll see what happens, how long that actually is. Run the live to prime tomorrow's invite. Binary factual. Yes, it was achieved. I could do this because I've got structure in the way that I run my content, which is part of this, doing social media with extreme competence. And I would run the same structure to reset the project or pull the project teams in line with this, getting everyone heading in the same direction. We use the exact same structure. Teach on Monday, show on Tuesday, gauge on Wednesday, nurture on Thursday, like we're doing right now, and Friday invite, which is where I'd invite, hey, I need leaders. Come and help me do this. I can't do this by myself. I need you guys engaged. Who wants to get into this group, this lean leaders group? I'll be doing the exact same things as what I'm doing now. Same shit, different day. We've got another little YouTube series that I'm running at the minute called Same Shit, Different Day. Behaviours, going live's automatic now. It's like, the way I describe it is, and this is where we need to get to with this point on the project, when this becomes like hopping in the car, putting a seatbelt on, it's just automatic, then you know it's locked. Decisions are very clear. I know who I am speaking to. I know what project I want to get on. The constraints removed have been this week around simplicity. We've made this even more simple, just keeping this super simple. There's no long drawn out, what would you call it, lead generation or book a call and all this sort of bullshit. It's like, you want this? Message me. Let's jump on a call, chat, see if we're good fit to work together or not. Bang, we'll do it. Very low risk. Wingman used, yes. Numerous wingmen used. Behaviours frictionless, singular who, focus, constraints removed. Day 4, colour branch. Tomorrow is Friday, so it's a weekday. Right that above your door. Complexity doesn't get managed, it gets amplified. Tomorrow's actions, weekday mode. Verify full kit, complete one snow hydro outreach action, direct message, email, intro request. Okay, so the intro request now. Done, not done. Run the daily live. Daily execution score, visual loop. We won't do the visual loop today. So the daily execution score was 2 from 3, of course, because I missed the outreach. And no, we won't do the visual reflection loop today. You can also, up there, that's a platform called Carbon Voice. It's like a modern day walkie-talkie. Scan that, go get the app, and then you can send me a message. Hey Benny, let's talk. Day 1 of 90, yes, no execution index, no reframing, no justification, it's visible. Weak point, direct outreach pattern emerging. No reframing. Yeah. I'm going to challenge that. I'm going to challenge you on direct outreach pattern emerging. How do you get a pattern out of one data point? We've had one failure. Correct. That was premature language. One miss doesn't equal a pattern. A pattern requires at least 2 consecutive misses or 3 misses inside 5 comparable days. You currently have 1 clean miss. Clear acknowledgement, no deflection, no avoidance language. That is noise, not pattern. What I should have said, single miss recorded, mono for repetition, nothing more. Good catch. Tomorrow's 3 tasks remain. Verify full kit, 1 snow hydro, direct outreach, daily live, invite, focus. We monitor, we don't dramatise, like that. Right. Take it, use it. Made a great week. If you want access to Knox, that dashboard with the 30-day and the 90-day plan, which I'll put in there in a minute, just message me for that. And we'll see you tomorrow, where I'm going to invite you to work with me. Speak soon.
Where do you want this whole format to go, the Scrum format. Like, what's your vision for it? Do you reckon it's going to take off? It's obvious, as you said, it's being used by bloody top tier massive tech companies.
Yep.
Do you think it's got the legs in Australia?
That's my goal, mate. Whether I get there or not, whether someone else has to pick the ball up and run behind me, take it on board, and whether I don't break it, that certainly is my goal, for it to become the industry standard that we use. But if it's not, and I'm trying to think of there was a rapper that my young bloke loves that actually died years ago, and he said, I might not change the world myself, but I'll spark the mind of the person that does.
Yeah.
So that's partly my stand and my mission as well, is if it's not me, then I'm going to spark the person that picks up and runs off of me, and they're the person that changes it.
As long as we get Scrum written on your
Tupac.
Gravestone, you'll be right. Tupac, there you go.
Yeah, Tupac was the rapper.
Great model citizen to look up to.
But again, mate, he was, he was a bit of a disturbed person, I'd say, from the little bit of research and stuff that I've done on him. And you can look at him, but man, you watch some of his video, and you watch there's one on YouTube that's done, a guy does the top 10 habits that people have, and that was one of the things that came out of that video that I watched on Tupac that time. I thought, man, that's powerful. So to go, I might not change the world